remove image backgrounds using CSS only. Before we begin, quick reminder that every day I'm hosting a live stream. Visit ojambo.com and go to the watch menu, then the live sub menu. You can see here I have, this is a current live stream, which is the remove image background using CSS. And the channel it's going to be on an approximate day and time. And obviously you see other posts here which are post dated for future live streams. So for each of those posts that appear in the live submenu, there will be about 3 paragraphs for each article at the top. It will tell you a live stream, what day it's going to be on, the approximate time. It's always going to be Eastern time. And you're free to ask any questions related to programming or topics. So for the live chat, there's a link here. You can click this link. It will take you there. You log in and then you can ask your questions or chat anything you want. If you don't want to do that, you can simply watch the video. You can scroll down and you see the embedded video. I'll show that to you later. So in order to remove image backgrounds using CSS, which stands for cascading style sheets, we're going to use the property called mixed blend mode. So what it basically does, it will blend the background with the parent background. This will make more sense actually when we're doing the tutorial. So just to show this, for this tutorial, I'm going to, the one image is going to have a white background, another one will have a black background. So that will be the white background will be the light and the black background will be the dark. And both of them will be removed using CSS. So the type of image you're going to use are called bitmap images. If you don't know what bitmap is, I do have a glossary here. It's a type of memory organization of image file format used to store images. And these are all HTML related, DOM and HTML. So, and this is CSS. As I said before, it's a cascading style sheets. It inherits properties and methods from a parent. And then CSS properties, I've just explained this. If you don't know what a CSS property is, it's a visual attributes to be changed. Values, that's the specific settings assigned to the properties. And rules, those are instructions consisting of a selector, curly brace, and one or more property value pairs. Okay, so what we're going to do here is multiply. That's the one that will be used in the blend mode, and the other one is lighten. The example you'll see is right here in the screenshots. You see, for example, this tux you see has a white background. So what I did was I made the background a bluish color, and then you see here I just blended I blended it with the background. You see then the background went. Now the problem with this one, I think this used to be probably a vector image, is that it has very basic color, so it's easy to do. But what I'm saying is that I can tell that, for example, you see the eyes here, even the top here, or the top of the head, and even the so-called legs, even the nose or beak, even the stomach. White was also used to shine or glossy. So the problem with that is it got removed as well here. So just be careful when you use this trick. And then this one from a previous tutorial, for which was the cube fire animation, I made sure it had a background. So this one is easy to do because again I gave it a blue background, and then you see that one was easy to remove. So you see it's in black, it's removed. Just blended that background with the parent background, and you see that came out actually much better. So this image would probably be better if there was had less white. Like for example, if this part was some weird color, any color, even yellow, and if you didn't use a gloss, it would actually look much better. You see, it still came out fine. Okay, so and this is the video I promised, the embedded video. All right, so CSS is maintained by the World Wide Web Consortium. That's W3C. The W3 stands for, obviously, these 3 W's, World Wide Web. And it's licensed under W3 software license. And obviously, it's permissive. And okay, so that's about it. Also be sure to subscribe, like, follow, and leave comments for more frequent content. Okay, let's begin. So I'm going to minimize this, and I have a folder here I created. So as you can see, for this folder, I have that cube file animation. It's just a AVIF file, and then I have this tux as a JPEG. So it doesn't really matter what format it is, as long as the web browser is able to view it. It should be fine. And this is just an empty HTML file. So what I'll basically do is we'll start with a simple one first. We'll start with this one, the tux. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up NetBeans. You can use any text editor you want. I've reviewed NetBeans IDE. You can use whether it's command line, any text editor is fine. Okay, so NetBeans is up here. I'll put it here. And then what I'll do is I'll just drag this HTML file in here. Take this out of the way. Maximize this. And use the font zoom to make the font bigger so you can see what's going on. Okay. Right, so let's get started here. Obviously, we need a doc type. So doc type, HTML, and then some HTML tags. And then we need a head section. I'm not going to put too much stuff in here because this is for the desktop. So this is going to be remove background using CSS. I should say image background. Image background, okay. In a body tag. Okay, then inside the body tag, I'm going to use figure. Okay. And then in the figure here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to the image, which will be source equals you see tux dot. So this is one of the things I do like about NetBeans. You see, I just dragged the file in here and I was able to figure out that in the same folder I had this file. It's just a JPEG. In case of JPEG, I'll just put a tux JPEG. Okay, and then give it a fig caption. Okay, I'll call it tux JPEG with white background. So fig caption. So I'm just going to copy, just to save some time, I'm going to copy this and basically just duplicate it. And I'm going to give this one a class. I'll say class equals no BG, no background white, basically. So it's the same thing, and I'll change this one. I'll say just white background removed by CSS. Okay, so let me just zoom out a little bit here. Should we still see? So that's it. So basically it's just the image here and this one. I probably didn't need the figure. The reason I want to use the figure is because I can target the figure and give them a background. So that's what I'm going to do up here. I'm going to create a style tag. And then what I'll do, I'll target all figures and give them a background. So I'll make the background blue. Okay, make it any color you want. So I'll just choose blue. And then the fig, I'll just do some styling here. Figure, fig, caption. So font, weight, make that bold, give that color white. All right, and then, because some of this image is actually pretty big, so what I'll do is I'll give it a max height of 438 pixels. Now, the figure, we're going to target no BG white image. So we use the mix blend mode, and we choose multiply. Okay, so multiply is the one to remove light backgrounds. Okay, so now I'm going to run this in a web browser. So I'm going to open up Chromium. So this is Chromium, and then all you do is, I hope this works, you just drag it in here, and there we go. So you see what happened now? This one, this is the tux. You see it has a white background, right? Proof to it has a white background. You see this is it. Open up in, you see it does have a white background. Okay, so what I did was I made the background red here, and then see when you use multiply, it took the light color, which was white, and then it removed all the white and basically replaced it with blue. So as you can see here, this part here, as I said, this is not a very good image because of this was a vector image, as you can tell. So they used some light white color, so all those basically got replaced. So, however, just to prove that this works, I'm going to change the background to red. So let's go here and change it to red, and see what happens here. See if it still holds. You see it's red, it does the same thing. Actually, red is much better. You see with red, again, you see the white part, the white part here in the background. This actually looks much better. But you see, one of the problem with the red color is that I guess some of this is like looks like it's a little bit transparent. No, not transparent. It's a blend of colors. So the red is actually going here. So as you say, you can use any color you want. I'm actually curious. You know what? Let me try something for fun. I'm going to make it a black color and see what happens there. So if I change this to black, I'm curious to see what will happen. So let's do that. Yeah, obviously black is not going to work because it's a multiply. So I guess I have to give it a lightish type color, like say green. Let's try green. Yeah, so green is actually pretty nice. So I think for this one, a green or red color does actually work much better. So there you go. You see, it removed the background. Okay. So with that out of the way, so I'm going to change this back to blue. Now I'm going to use the other image, which was the. So what I'll do is I just duplicate this. So instead of this JPEG, we're going to use now CubeFire. What is it? CubeFire.avif. The same thing here. VIF. Okay. So this is obviously CubeFire AVIF. Copy this, paste it here, and then this is obviously so this one has black background. This is a black background. Okay, so obviously this will be no black. I could have simply put the classes on the image itself, but I also wanted to give I wanted a background. So this way you can have multiple backgrounds. So this is still blue. I'll just duplicate this, and this is going to be no black. So now in this particular case, instead of multiply, we're going to use lighten. But this won't be good enough because we need to use a filter and use the brightness. So the brightness, you have to fool around with this. So I'm going to choose 1.25. So this is this is for black. This is what I found works, and you will see the results. So with this out of the way, let me make sure I save this. we go back here and do a refresh, so you can see this is we're still in the black color, and you can see here is that we have this image. To prove to you that it's black, you should be able to see that this is actually black, but I'll open it up as well. You can see it is black. It's just a cube fire. So let's get this out of the way. So as you can see, this is, I said this is a black with a cube, and then you can see here with the blue, it completely removed the black, which was the surrounding the fire. So this is a much better, you can see it's still left this little shadows and all this stuff inside here, which is really, really good. You see even this part here. So this came out well. So for example, let's go now and this is the reason why for the cube, for the fig caption, I changed it to white, because obviously I'm not going to use a white color. I'm going to be using one of these other colors. So what we can also do here is, once again, let's say red. See what happens with the red. You see red also, oh, red looks really nice. Look at that. Red is even better than blue color. So you see, I changed this to red, and red works really, 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 really well. Look at that. I think that's probably one of the best. It removed, remember, it was a black background, it removed all of it, and look how great that was. You can even see this little part here, which is obviously red. See, that's maybe red is not so perfect, but as you can see, that's how you remove backgrounds. And obviously, what's the other color what's the other color we used? I forget. We did, oh, green. Yeah, green. Let's try green. See, oh, green is even better. Look at that. So this is green. You see, it removed the black, and this is the green color. Okay, sorry, I just have some chat here. So somebody asked how to create a photo with coding. Yeah, I created a Blender tutorial where you can create images. Yeah, there's a Blender. I do have a Blender tutorial to create 3D graphics using Python. I should say tutorials. Well, Blender tutorials, Python. Yeah, there we go. So the person asked, how to create photo with coding, and I replied, I do have Blender tutorials to create 3D graphics using Python, and I'll create more in the future as well. So just stay tuned. Hello, Rain Ever. Hello. Okay, so as I said here, you see this is a green color here. So I'm going to try something crazy. I'm going to try a different color. Let me try white and see what happens. So it might not work very well. Let's see what happens. So with white, obviously everything went. And obviously this doesn't make sense because this already had a white background. It's a white background, so that doesn't make any sense. Let me try black. Okay, let's try black and see what that does. Obviously this is already a black background, and you see again, yeah, so you need to have, oh, let's try gray. Let's try gray. See what happens there. Oh, gray is nice. Look at that. Gray also works. And gray also works here. So you can basically use different colors. You know what? I'm curious. I'm going to try an RGBA color. So RGBA. So let's say 33. No, what is RGBA? I think it's 141. 141, and 0.5. So this is the transparency. Let's see what happens there with transparency. Oh, it still works. Look at that. It still works with transparency. This one, yeah, you see it still works with transparency. So it looks like, so there we go. So you learned something. Oh, this is even better because I can still see, I actually missed this. There's some smoke here as well. So the transparency, you can still see the smoke. So yeah, so hopefully you guys learned. So now you can remove backgrounds, And this is actually a much quicker and faster way than, for example, if you try to do this in a paint program, I'll show you what happens. You end up with some weird, you could end up with some weird things. Let me see if I can pick one up here somewhere. If I have any PNG files. Oh yeah, here we go. So you see tax 4 here, and this one AVF. You see, because if I open this up, you can see there's a little jagged here because this is when you remove the background. You see there's a little jagged. That means that the background wasn't properly removed. You're gonna get that because it's a bitmap image. You can see even here all these jagged edges here. So obviously, if I try to put this in a different background, like this one is a grayish background, you can see there will be problems here. And this one as well is AVF file, same thing. You can see there's those jagged edges. So this method is much better because you see it's much easier to remove and it's nice and smooth, and you can put whatever background image you want. You know what I'm going to try? I'm going to try to, for this one, I'm going to give it a background. I'm going to give it this background. It's just to see what happens. So let's go here, and for the background I'm going to use CubeFire. I don't have another background I can use right now. So let's try that. So let's try an image. Background URL. Okay, so let's try that. It's going to be weird looking. Yeah, see what happened? I used the CubeFire as a background, and obviously, and you can still see it here. Obviously, it's a good idea to use a background that's more what do you call it? This is also repeating, so a background that's more consistent. So it'll work as well. So you can also use background. So you're not just oh, look at this one here. This background, this actually came out pretty nice as well. So there you go. You can also use images, not just colors. Yeah, so that's a little crazy. So let's finish this up. So go back to the article here. It's on ojambo.com. You can grab the code snippet. You just expand this source here. And a quick reminder that I do host a live stream every single day. You visit ojambo.com, you go to the watch menu, then the live sub menu. You can see this is the tutorial we're doing currently right now. And its channel is going to be on, and the date and time. And these are the ones coming up pretty soon. And the dates and times are there. The channels are going to be on as well. Be sure to subscribe, like, follow, and leave comments for more frequent content. This is the video, the embedded video I was telling you. You can just click it. For example, if I click this, it's going to be on and it's live. That's exactly what we're doing right now. Okay, and if you enjoyed this, consider supporting me. Purchase one of my WordPress plugins at ojambo.com. Enroll in my programming courses at ojamboshop.com. Buy my programming books on Amazon. Search for ojambo. Links in the description. You can also hire me for your programming and app development needs at ojamboservices.com. You can become a donor at ojambo.com/donate. The donate button is also up here in the fixed header. Okay, so I'm checking the chat. Hello. Okay, so I think that's it. I will end this tutorial now, and I'll see you guys in the next one.